In retrospect of getting eliminated of La Copa del Rey, I gotta say that Barcelona are doing things much better. Way better. And here's why. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today we're going to be taking a look, of course, at the preview between Real Betis and Barcelona, the game that will be played tomorrow, 9th of February, at the Benito Villamarin in Sevilla. And this is a game that comes in a difficult time where Barcelona just got eliminated from the Copa del Rey. But if there's something to take away from it, if there's something good to show that Barcelona are actually improving, is the way that the fan base react to this loss and what generally is there to say about us getting knocked out in the manner that we did, which in retrospect, it was quite a feat. It was quite an honorable way to go out. I'm really liking the way that the players, more importantly, are also identifying this. And they're united more than ever. I'm gonna be explaining this a little bit further down the road in this video, but for the time being, let's get started right ahead into the stats of this game. So taking a look at the home team first, Real Betis have not been able to win in the last 3 games in all competitions, drawing against Eibar in La Liga, losing against Getafe in La Liga as well, and then losing away al Rayo Vallecano by penalties in La Copa del Rey. It's very important to signal out, however, that from the last 5 games, Real Betis has only been able to play at home 1, which it was up to Barcelona. I will be like really screaming and making a rage about it. How is it possible that a team has only been able to play in the last 5 games in all competitions, 1 at home? That is ridiculous. Betis fans, really, you should be mad about this because it's not fair whatsoever. And that home game that they did manage to play, though, was against Real Sociedad, a very difficult team, a team that Barcelona has struggled with. And Real Betis literally blew them out of the water. They won 3-0 in a very, very good performance. So that can tell you a lot. Real Betis are not doing as well away from home in the past few games, but they've been able to beat Real Sociedad in a very convincing manner. In the case with Barcelona, we are literally the opposite, like the other side of the freaking pancake. Barcelona are awful away from home this season. They were awful away last season, and they were awful away the season before that. Barcelona are not being able to capitalize on their performances whenever it's not at the Camp Nou. It seems that they turn off, that they are not able to create as many chances and finish them likewise. Barcelona just losing against Athletic Bilbao in one of the most convincing away performances still tell you that there's a long way to go. We play good, but we still lose. There's a turning point right there, something that we still need to click to be able to get the best out of our players. I think there's a big possibility for us to do it because of the following. Real Betis is a team that plays to kind of like our strength. They're not a team that are going to sit back like against Athletic Bilbao, and this can come in handy for Barcelona. Seeing at the head-to-head report of the last 5 games we play against them, we've been able to win 4 of them, losing that very crucial game 3-4 at the Camp Nou. The last time that we got beat by Real Betis was by Quique Setien, and a very interesting fact was that I found out the last manager to beat in a single season Real Madrid and Barcelona in their stadiums, the only person to hold that record is Quique Setien, and now he's managing us, so who knows what could happen after this. To explain my point further, I think it's just better for us to head into the next section of this video. That is the hot takes, that is the what to expect about this game. And let me start off by saying that I believe there will be a lot of goals. I recently just mentioned that Real Betis suits our playing style, and that is something that Real Betis has always tried to do. Rubí is a very attacking-minded manager, and he's always looking for a high pressure and try to break us out of it. Of the last 5 games that we played against them, the lowest margin of goals between us has been 2 goals in favor of Barcelona. And then the next one after that has been 5 goals, guys. From 2 to 5 total goals scored in a game. That means that this game could possibly give us a very similar result. A game that is going to be very, very open, because simply when 2 styles like this clash together, that is what you get. You most of the time get a very early goal and then everything gets disrupted, and you know what I say about games breaking the game plan. Furthermore, adding to this, we have, let's remember, we don't have Gerard Piqué. Gerard Piqué is double killed for this game. He's both suspended and injured, meaning that he literally has 0% chance of participating in it. And then we have 100% chance of seeing either Lenglet, Umtiti, or Ronald Araujo taking his place there at the right-hand side at center back. In my opinion, I think it's going to be Lenglet and Umtiti taking up that position, and mostly makes a lot of sense that are the two most experienced out of it. Nevertheless, this is a center back partnership, which I think is very capable, but they haven't been able to play as many games as we would have liked to together under either Quique Setien or even Ernesto Valverde. So I think that could add a certain kind of spice to it. Our defense might be still a little bit shaky. We all know that for Barcelona, that is the part that most of the time cost us. But what makes me so confident, you may ask, what makes me so confident that this game will give us those goals on top of the other previous results? It's simply what just happened this Thursday. My second point is to take a look at the fullbacks. They are going to be the key. I wouldn't be surprised to see Alex Moreno or Emerson making an assist. They are the two biggest producers for Real Betis this season. Emerson with 5 assists and then Alex Moreno with 4. And according to Who Scored, Emerson is the 3rd best rated player for Real Betis this campaign, only below the likes of Nabil Fekir and Sergio Canales. That should tell you literally all how this right back is running the show for Real Betis. Emerson, we know, we've bought him in a way in a kind of conjunction of a deal with Real Betis. It's a deal that won't allow Barcelona to regain him until 2021. Which is still good enough experience because we're seeing how good he can be under a system like this. The Real Betis play very similarly to us Barcelona. This is going to be, keep an eye on those two. The way that Barcelona though can be able to hold them out and not allow that creation through them that could eventually kind of really dematerialize Barcelona's attack. If we are all the time worried about Emerson and Alex Moreno, then when do we have time to attack? Well, the reason to do so, the way we can counteract that is Arturo Vidal. And here I'm already hinting at my lineups. Vidal needs to play a part in this game. I do not understand why he didn't play against Bilbao. Barcelona, with all the touching, with all the passing, it's incredible. It's nice to see. The pressure is still there and I love it. But Arturo Vidal can give us that in another level. He literally gives us that. He gave us pressure. He gave us recovery of the ball when under Valverde. Now, when all of the players are also trying to do so, makes more sense to play Arturo Vidal even more because he will thrive under a systematic play like that, where all players want to play higher up the line, and he will cover up for those runs that we will see of someone like Emerson and Alex Moreno. Likewise, Semedo also needs to play much speed with speed. It's very simple. You want to cover up space, you need to get there first. Semedo is way faster than Roberto. It's literally ABC. And then the final point that I want to make is that we will see a united Barcelona. A united Barcelona, I already said this against Bilbao, and we did see a united Barcelona, but now even more. And this is a hot take, because in reality, it hasn't been for the past 2 seasons. Barcelona came out after the loss against Athletic Bilbao, and more particularly Gerard Piqué, with very important and very key declarations, statements after post-game. So I want to read you the 2 of them, of Gerard Piqué and Jordi Alba, and there are very big similarities between them. So here it goes. Gerard Piqué says the following: everyone knows what they have done well and what they have not, and now we must keep working. We need to stop biting our nose to spite our face, because that won't help us. We built this club on victories, and we must do that again. We are working towards doing that. We are playing better. We are adapting to the ideas of the coach, and the dressing room is more united than ever. In the case of Jordi Alba, he mentioned, everyone has their own opinion. We are the players and the coaching staff who are facing up to it. They throw enough shit at us from the outside, so we shouldn't be throwing shit at ourselves. It's provided that we've been a team. 2 main key points there. Both mentions of unitivity, of being united and being a team. Both Piqué and Jordi Alba. And then the other thing is that we need to stop questioning ourselves, trying to make more shit about us. Forget about the problems, just focus on the good things right now for the time being. As a YouTuber, you can get down a little bit when your channel doesn't get as many views. But the only way to get views in the long run has to be consistency, quality of your videos, and just producing stuff, producing content. So you kind of have to forget about this video might not get enough views today, but it might get, if you continue to produce, a lot more later on down the road. So the players need to do the exact same thing. Forget about Piqué he did bad in this game. We need to focus on what's coming next. And with this attitude, we can get far. They are remembering that they can reach a level that they once had before. So with all of that being said, let's move onwards into the lineups of this game. And for Real Betis, I think they're going to be playing a 4-3-3. There's no reason whatsoever why Rubí should back down. In my opinion, if I was the manager, I would say, here's a Barcelona, they're weak, they're playing better, so we have a good chance to beat them. We just have to play the best game possible. And the best game possible Real Betis can play is a 4-3-3. I think we're going to be seeing Joel Robles in the goalkeeper position, Emerson through the right, Marc Bartra, Aissa Mandi, and Alex Moreno completing that defense. In the midfield, we're going to be seeing Sergio Canales, Edgar Gonzalez, which is a player that is playing really good for Real Betis and has been playing all of the last 4 games for them. A kid, 22 years old, first kind of big proper breakout season, and playing back-to-back games. Very good for Real Betis. And finishing that is going to be our boy Carles Aleñá. The front three is going to be made out of Borja Iglesias through the middle, Joaquin through the left, and through the right we will see Nabil Fekir. In the case of Barcelona, the 4-3-3 is our best formation. It has been proven to do so for the past 3 games, so we must continue with it. So we're going to be seeing Ter Stegen in the goalkeeper position. For the right, Nelson Semedo. I want to see Lenglet and Umtiti play this game together. For the left, Jordi Alba. In the midfield, Sergio Busquets. And I cannot stress enough, Arturo Vidal, please, you need to play this game. I don't care if Quique Setien doesn't put you, just tell whoever he starts that you need to play it. He's a big piece to our team right now. He really is. I know Arthur is amazing, but at the time that this team starts clicking, when we actually are able to be stable, because right now we win 1-2 games, we lose again. Once we're stable, that's when Arthur needs to come in. Finishing off, literally the only 3 forwards that we have, Antoine Griezmann, Ansu Fati, and Lionel Messi. So now, prediction time. I'm gonna be going with a 3-2 victory for Barcelona. A very bold prediction, but everything hints as to there might be goals. And when there are goals, there's a good game. But when there are goals, anything can happen. So once again, very similarly to the game against Bilbao, I told you in that game something was gonna happen in the last few minutes. It's something happening in the last few minutes. Not to our favor, but something happened. In this one, goals are gonna happen. And now we just have to hope that we can score more than what we concede. So that's going to be everything for today, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Be sure to drop it a like, leave us a subscribe, and turn on the bell notification icon so you don't miss anything here on this channel. The Champions League is approaching. El Clásico is approaching. And the time for football is now. Why did I say that? That doesn't make any sense.